Hello and welcome back to more Hand of Fate 2. Immediately rammed my arm into the desk, but hey, what else is new, I suppose. But anyway, we're gonna do the Hermit today, and then I guess C after that. I feel like it'll probably unlock some more things, so we'll do another comment poll-y thingy. Not really a poll, but you guys know. We're just gonna do recommended. See what it gives us. Of course, the Wanderer is the greatest. What else do we have, though? I kind of want to take Dealing with Thieves, because it's our new Platinum card. We don't actually have a Platinum card, which is unusual that it wouldn't recommend one for us. Let's actually read the thing real quick. Avoid danger using map reveal. Ensure you have enough food and empire. Well, this reveals map. How many of these reveal map? A fair few of them at least. Man of the World reveals map, but I don't know if we actually need Man of the World. I'm sort of tempted to take it anyway, just for giggles. That one gives us lots of food if we have the money. You know what, we'll leave what it has. What about equipment? What do we have? The Light of Truth, I don't know what that does. I don't know what most of these do, so it doesn't really help me to look at them. And then supplies, I would like food. So instead of taking this, we'll just take the food. You know, in theory, I shouldn't be taking damage anyway. I will take damage, I'm sure, but in theory, I shouldn't be, so the food is more useful than the potion. Plus, the food heals you anyway, so it's kind of a twofer. But anyway, let's go ahead and get this underway. Hopefully I don't succumb to sickness in the middle of this.
Alone than any hermit could imagine. In truth, it is only your ignorance that leaves these cards occupied by such commoners.
Now,
You seek and the hermit moves again. We have much to learn from each other at this point.
so it is another map like this, so the Man of the World would actually be really good here. But I noticed there was a Brimstone card that was added to the deck. It was not my Brimstone card. He added a Brimstone card to the deck, so that could be a problem, but anyway. While exploring the wildlands, you arrive quite suddenly at the fringes of a curiously enchanted winter forest. Where you stand, it is a warm summer afternoon, yet only 10 steps away, the cedars, is it cedar or cedar? I always say cedar. I think it may actually be cedar though. Are gray with frost and the ground is blanketed with thick snow. Horrendous! You turn in surprise to face Kolbjorn, but it is not he who spoke. An Empire general in an impressively plumbed helm approaches you. A sizable company of Empire soldiers are arrayed behind him. Horrendous, isn't it? This smear of obstinate mage filth staining the land. You and your squire, he glances at Kolbjorn, should leave. This frozen waste is no place for common folk. The ground changes underfoot and the blizzards tear your skin to shreds. That sounds pleasant. He gestures and his troops split into small parties and head into the wasteland. He turns to you and bows deeply before following the last party in. Never fear, citizen. This mage will meet the blade of the Empire's justice. Let's ask Kolbjorn about him. The Northerner blinks sadly, as talkative as always. Alright, well, let's enter the forest then. Kolbjorn blinks morosely as the troops disappear one by one in the cold fog, before trudging in after them without a word. Let's go this way. Okay, that was bad.
Signs in order to guide the rest of their forces. Fortunately, you too can follow.
So we found the Brimstone card, instantaneously. You find a tree etched with a strange marking. Is this a sign pointing toward the Hermit? There could be more of these, I don't know. The clean snow is marred by heavy footprints. The Empire must be ahead of you. 4 days closer. So it literally just screws us over by 4 days. Not knowing what else to do, you press on. Okay. Hey, it's the cartographer.
These tokens
does nothing.
represent the expansion of the game. More options, more cards, more opportunities.
Yeah, you don't need to remind me.
The
Blizzard,
storm will
good.
delay you, but it will also delay those who are hunting your prey.
With little warning, a snowstorm sweeps in from the north. The snow whips against you like shards of glass and obscures your vision. The Empire falls 4 days behind, so that counters the other thing. I have no idea where that card went. I'm not very good at this, apparently. Very bad at following shuffled cards. Let's go with one of these two. Let's go with this one. Now that was the huge failure. I did it, but in reverse. That's not really too much of an, oh good, too much of an issue, but this is, turns out there's more than one. Empire draws 4 days closer. Watchtower. I think this unlocks some of the map if we actually do it. So let us try to sneak past the tower. You return hours later as night approaches as you scramble through the undergrowth that you hope their scouts don't spot you. We don't have that ring that gives us +2.
I hope you have learned to be their master.
But we do have Coldbjorn, so we can get an extra die. Well, that was even worse. We would have to roll a 6. And that seems extremely unlikely, so I'm actually just not going to do it. We will accept our failure. You're struck by a volley of arrows. Watch us die. It'd be great. Good God, that's a lot of damage. We gained 2 fame, though. Wasted our time, but hey.
This may be your chance to set the mouse upon the cat.
Further into the forest, you hear a smattering of voices carried on the wind from somewhere to the east. You motion Coldbjorn to stay behind before cautiously approaching the voices. You spy a small Empire party taking a break from their zealous manhunt. Obscured by fog and brambles, you consider your options. If you stay hidden, you might learn more of the forest, but you also risk discovery. Well, we're gonna try stay hidden here. This seems like it'd be pretty easy.
The pendulum swings like a scythe, bearing hope.
So it looks like it should basically always be the exact same time on the bounce back. I almost missed that, actually. That would have been awful.
Breathe. You have done well.
The soldier whistles and sits down. It's a good thing the captain thought to give us these shields. We'd be wandering into blizzards and then blasted imp otherwise. That blasted it. He spies a shining shield resting against a boulder, just in reach of your hiding place. Is this the enchanted shield the soldier mentioned? To your dismay, a soldier balancing an overflowing bowl of stew sits down in front of your hiding place. Let's try to steal the shield. What? Oh God, what could go wrong, he says. No, it was so close, but so far.
You must harness your will and find the quiet stillness inside you.
Nervously, you reach for the shield. The soldier squirms uncomfortably and almost sits on your hand. Unfortunately, another soldier approaches and the pair begin an animated conversation about their callous day plans. Let's try again. What could go wrong? It's the same one. It's such a tiny, like, single frame window to hit it on the edge, actually. I think it might just be a single frame to hit it really anywhere except for when it lines up in the center. There we go. That one was kind of tricky. With a shaking hand, you reach out and drag the shield away before anybody notices.
A name
Map reveal.
with irony. Not a single innocent has ever sat at my table.
Wow. Use defend to reflect attacks. Fair enough. Reveal 2 random encounters is mostly what we want this for. Suddenly a gruff voice gives the command to move out. You breathe a sigh of relief when the last soldiers trudge away from your hiding place, without their shield. How do I make the shield do the thing? Do I have to equip it? This is a good question, actually. Reveal 2 random encounter cards at the start of each new map. Okay. Actually, I do want to find out if I have to have this equipped for that to occur. So let's do this real quick. Winter Trail. So it doesn't work like that, but does it work like this? Oh, we got that again. God dang it.
Your supplies are running low.
My supplies are indeed running low. Maybe it only applies, it says, hold on. At the start of each new map. Oh, wait a second, I'm an idiot. Ignore me. Not at the start of each new encounter, at the start of each new map, and I don't know if there's gonna be a new map. But anyway, with little warning, there's a blizzard. Empire falls 4 days behind. Man, if it goes on the bottom, I lose it. Lose it entirely once it goes down there. We're out of food, but the trading house is here.
Fair exchange. Do not overlook the many possible uses this may have. Many will not be so fair in your travels.
So we can trade equipment for food or trade equipment for other equipment. I need food. I think we only have 2 pieces of equipment we can trade, right? Or do we have more? Let's trade 2. Okay, we do have more. We have the merchant's ring. What does that do? I forgot. Reveal shop at the start of each new map. That doesn't do anything because I don't think there's going to be new maps. And we'll get rid of the shield too. If there are new maps, I'm going to be sad, but... Let's see what food we get. A band of northerners brought this meat from the carcass of some type of beast they hunt in the snowy northern mountains. We got 7 food plus 5. Not bad. Oh, plus another 5, right. Not bad at all. Nice trading with you. See you later. Lost boy. He's just a small child over here. We've already seen this one. This is the one with the Empire people. And then sometimes we have 2 options here. I still don't quite understand what enables the second option. I thought it was Coldbjorn originally, but that's not the case because we still have Coldbjorn, but we can't do it. Anyway, this is the other option that I don't think you guys saw before. I wanted to try and take him to the prison again because I think it had a dice roll or something. But we didn't win the dice roll, so I'm curious what it would be. Anyway, we get to fight some Empire people. They're not going to really do anything. That was the wrong button, you imbecile. Buttons are hard, by the way. There's like 4 different buttons. It's crazy. I don't know how you're expected to utilize... Stop trying to attack me. 4 different buttons, man. That goes through block, apparently. Pardon any background noise if you guys hear it. I don't know if you can. But in the event you do. You shouldn't be able to. I edit stuff out anyway. But, you know. Just in case. The inevitable noise. Ring of Food is... the one we can trade. Pious Robe helps if we have the fame, but we don't. We may as well just take Ring of Food. There's no real penalty. Hey, 25 life? Heck yeah, we're taking that. The option is discarding it for 2 food, but 2 food is 10 life, so that would be stupid. As you check on the unconscious guard, you notice the boy skipped over the text. We got a 10. Well, this is a 1, so anything we roll here will be better. We rolled a 2. It was better. We're gonna accept the dice. We got a 6. Alright. Whatever, game.
Victory. You are learning.
I don't know if that counts as learning. He fiddles with a little dried plant hung around his neck nervously. Okay, I will tell you. There was an Empire ambush in our village, and I ran them with Mother. We got separated. He wipes some tears from his face angrily. But I'm not afraid. I am of Clan Catsfoot. We are great pathfinders. I will find my way home. I don't know why he has this accent. The boy tells you what he knows of the area. Oh. This is good because it showed us 2 of those brimstone cards. So we gain 2 fame, small northerner boy refuses any and all help. We can only wish him luck as a small form disappears into the forest. A perilous chance. This is the one we saw before. Curious, you cautiously approach the voices, you spy, small empire party. We're gonna do the same thing, we're gonna try and stay hidden again. This one was pretty easy last time, so it's a pretty big paddle that you have to hit.
Set you in good stead from here.
Should be good. Soldier sits down, it's a good thing to give us the shields. Enchanted shield, Tears of Aid, do. We're going to once again try to steal the shield, because why the heck not, I guess. Although this one was really hard before. Oh, we got it first try. The greatest, etc., etc. Shaking hand, you reach out, drag the shield. It's the same exact shield we already sold, or traded for food, actually. We could continue to stay hidden. We didn't do this last time, and I'm curious what happened, so let's try it. Oh, that's a tiny paddle. Okay. No, I did it too early. It was moving too slow. You guys probably heard that noise. Your leg cramps while you crouch in the damp thicket. The soldier's conversation is wholly uninteresting. And then they leave. Alright, well, you know. Take what you get. Mage hunting.
Made killing mages a core pursuit. Fortunately, a mage is a cunning prey.
While trudging through the snow, you hear a shout and the sound of swords being drawn. It's only a matter of time before the sounds of combat attract another patrol. Okay. Unfortunately, I am alone. Coldbjorn is not with me, because I used his dice earlier, so he's gone. You turn him into dice, I guess. I mean, it's a board game. You gotta have some rules. There are dudes with muskets, and we have to kill all these guys in not a whole lot of time. Unfortunately. And without riposte. Stop. Trying to kill your friend? Thanks. I want the musketeers dead first because they have the highest risk of incidentally hitting me, simply because they're ranged, although they're not really doing anything. You can hit me through that special attack with a gun. I'm mad. Alright, so that's all the musketeers down. We only have 30 seconds to whittle these guys down, but many of them are, well, not many of them, several of them are already weakened. There's only 2 left, 20 seconds, can he do it? 1 left. I think the only damage we took was that musketeer shooting me. Did that actually do damage? I don't know, I saw blood, so I just assumed it did damage. I'm a simple man. Anyway, you gain 4 fame, so we can use that armor now, actually. We're not going to discard this. It's 1 equipment that's worth more than 2 food, so. Although we don't know what the equipment is. Sacrificial blades. Those are new. That's actually pretty good, but we can't use it. This does absolutely nothing to us. Nothing for us, so we're just gonna take the blades and call it a day.
Sacrifice? That is the question.
Take our 25 gold, worth more than 2 food. I didn't mean to campfire.
To seek warmth, yet do not forget your quest.
Yeah. I want to, oops, equip our pious armor that we don't have because we traded it, didn't we? Never mind. So let's go around that. What's actually, hold on, what's on the map here? Blizzard, Cartographer, Winter's Trail. The Hidden Mages is up there. Is that where we're trying to go? We have 21 days to get wherever we're going. We'll accept the gold. Still don't really know how to get that token, but it's a very confusing token to me. Winter Trail, you hope your food supply lasts. What's over here? Sharp tooth.
Creature of confusion, but no malice.
A small blue imp materializes on the path of Heru. It grins, revealing rows of needle-like teeth. I am Sharptooth. The creature rushes at you, arms outstretched. Back away from its enthusiastic embrace. Undeterred, Sharptooth merely grins. I will move the forest around. If I say yes, does it flip all the cards over? Where do I even need to be? Do I need to be up in that top left corner? Let's say yes. Screw it, we're doing it. What happens? It flips them all back over, I'm sure. Heck yeah, it does. Alright. The forest spasms and the trees on the horizon shift back and forth, as if moved by an invisible hand. Seemingly content, Sharptooth simply fades from view, waving cheerfully all the while. Now, logically, you might say, that was an awful idea, and you would be correct, but I wanted to see what it did anyway, so. Empire falls 4 days behind. I think it's this one. We did it! Hey! You fall half blind into a cave obscured by rock and bramble, a perfect shelter from the storm. So that just means we don't take damage. Okay, well, could be worse. Winter Trail. Blizzard, again. Aw, that was failure. Dang it. 5 health's not a problem. We're gonna use the food to move anyway, so.
Hurry.
The hidden
must
mages.
Find the secret the Hermit holds.
So we found it pretty quickly despite shuffling the board. You follow the sound of screams and clashing metal to find a company of Empire soldiers tearing down tents and executing cowering mages. So 3 of Arcane versus some Empire troops. Well, plus me and Coldbjorn versus Empire troops. We get to fight with some Arcane mages on our side. Quite a fancy staff you got there, my friend. What do they do? Who knows? Look at the stuns out that just got. Mages are just cast. Does that hit me? No, it doesn't. Okay. So I don't need to worry about those AoEs. Does it hit anybody actually? Is it damaging them? I can't tell. Let's get some damage on this guy because the bonus damage. I hate shielded guys, by the way. Hate dealing with them because their permanent block status is very annoying. Especially considering the axes are so heavy. I meant to dodge that, if you're curious. Logically. What's going on over here, dude? Oh, this guy's like several levels of dead. Rest in peace, friend. Enemy, not friend. Everyone's a friend. He says after having horribly mauled them with an axe. The mages are grateful for your intervention. This tent village is well hidden in the sweeping snow and fog. You can spend time here in exchange for resources. Oh, there is another map, okay. So we can spend days for stuff. Let's ask about the Hermit. The mage draws a rune in the snow and says, the Hermit enchanted the forest to protect us. I'm not sure how he does it. Perhaps blood magic? Ask about Sharptooth. A horrible little imp, grumbles a mage as he stares into a beaker full of bubbling liquid. God knows how he does it, but every time he shifts the forest around, it plays havoc with my readings. Fair enough. Let's spend 2 days for food. We got plenty of time from the Empire here. Give you wait. Yeah, the mages gift you with soft blocks of pounded felonwort mixed with syrup. The package smells faintly of cinnamon. 5 food. Spend another 2 days for more food. Let's do it. We should have time. Another 3 food, and we will continue our journey. Even they are not certain of his whereabouts. Across the Silver River, through the Twin Oaks. So Silver River, Twin Oaks. Oh, hello. Hear a smattering of voices. I think Coldbjorn said something there. No, that was us telling Coldbjorn to wait. Right. Let's stay hidden. It's probably the same exact thing every time, but you know. We may as well do it just to see.
Nicely timed.
Ah, wait, it's different this time. A nearby landmark, a general store. Let's continue. It was probably because we already have the shield, actually. Let's continue to stay hidden and see if we can do it a second time. There we go. Better. Didn't do it too early that time. Over here, the soldier's discussing a nearby landmark. General store and a fallen treasure down there. So let's go ahead and sneak away. Oh, apparently there's a thing for this as well.
The pendulum is ever changing, and the challenges it presents change too.
True, true. Snow crunches loudly underfoot, but by luck or fate, you manage to slip away. I can't speak. Let's go down this way, because we can. Go ahead and buy a bunch of food. And that will hold us over for quite some time. So what does Light of Truth do? Thieves. Drop gold. When skeletons reanimate, they drain life from enemies around them. One failure card glows red during the shuffle. That actually seems really good. What is Cry of Victory? You and your companion deal... Oh, this is a usable artifact? Yeah. 200% damage, and enemies inflict less. Let's take the Holy Mask thing. Because avoid failure seems pretty good.
Nothing like carrying an aura of purity unearned to give the game away.
Hey now, you're an all-star. What's over here? Mage hunting. It's only a matter of time before the sounds of combat to draw another company. Do not worry, we will defeat them before then. We have Kolbjorn now, so it should be much easier. No hassle at all with our friend here. I was kind of hoping he would hit more of the shielded guys, because they're the ones that are an issue to deal with all the time. But that's okay. Alright, dude, stop. I was trying to block, but he wouldn't let me. Stop blocking. I know you have shields, but stop it. I hate how they can block immediately after being parried as well. There should be a window where we can attack them there, where they're not blocking, but unfortunately there's not. There is if you do that, though. Alright, buddy, go get him. He didn't even get stunned, he just let me hit him through his attack animation. Honestly, didn't even realize he was attacking, but you know. Gain 4 fame, hooray! We get Guardian Angel. Optionally retry, this is used when we do it, I think. Retry any chance card gambit. Additional 3 food, 3 more food. And we'll head over here and see what's going on in this place.
It is a kind of miracle. The Empire has done their best to purge this world of everything strange and wonderful, and yet the strong remain.
You see some treasure lying just inside the den of a family of claw trolls. No, it's Dark Thirst. Enter the cave and take the equipment. Or leave. Let's try and take it just because we can. I mean, it is better than what I have. It's mostly for corrupted, but so is mine, technically. Requires more hits and does less damage with critical strike. That's rather strange. We're not going to equip it yet because I want to try and get that token off of the weapon we have right now. You retrieve the item, but the troll cubs are enraged at your intrusion into their cave. Okay. Oh, God. Oh, there's a pretty big window there that we can hit it. Okay. Oh, we have to wait for it to loop back now, but that was a pretty big window. I wonder how long it takes to loop back, actually. Not quite there. I could probably time it to hit in the center. Or Or time it to hit like on the side there, like that. There you go.
Breathe. You have done well.
Hooray!
Show your worth through action.
We got another weapon for getting that right? Is that what happened there? We're not gonna equip it. You're both quick and nimble as you exit the cave safely. Okay. Well, there's another general store there, but I don't think we need to go to it. Winter Trail, doo-doo-doo. Pickpocket. We're gonna try this again, because I want that token. So again, it doesn't matter, but... Weird. Oh right, we have the retry thing. Well, obviously we're just gonna continue. There's no way to fail that one anyway. I was wrong on which one was the failure there. That's what I was watching, was the failure. Oh. Is this the run? Is this it? This is the run. I could actually easily follow that one because it was on top the whole time. So, you lift the last of the Reeves gold from his pouch. He struts away with a rare carpet from the eastern belt rolled under his arm, none the wiser. So we can keep all the gold or we can return to Mary. Let's return to Mary. I'm not going to discard any of these, actually, because I feel like we need the gold a bit. Did I choose return to Merrick or keep the gold? We seem to be keeping the gold. The thief's eyes glint at the sight of the gold. We will make a thief of you yet, he says as he plucks his share from your hands. Think of it as an investment. Okay, so he does take some. Meet me at noon in 2 days outside the city. We can talk more then. Hey,
well
we did it.
Done.
Okie doke. Let's continue our exploration. Well, that's not what I wanted to see. Blizzard. Makes up for that other one. Well, that makes that one obvious. I don't know where the success went, though. It was there. Let's redraw this. Lord. Ah, you got it. Nice. Let's continue. Winter Trail. So again, just wasting time. Blizzard. We literally just did this, but it helps anyway because it makes up for the thing. It didn't use my special thing. I don't know where that went. Here? No, that's definitely not it. Nope. Better than huge failure though, so. So it doesn't use my redraw thing. That's really good actually. Oh, dang it.
The
No,
Empire
Bish
has
exchange.
busily purged so many of the fantastic creatures from these lands, and yet they leave the gnomes.
Halt, vile humans! A voice calls out as a dozen small creatures leap from the trees around you. Takes a moment to realize they are gnomes. Dirty, poorly armed gnomes. A few hold spears, but mostly have only a rock or sharpened stick. So they ask for weapons. We've seen this before. Let us give them something because we have lots of equipment. We're never going to use this. So let's get rid of the Ward of the Innocent. Actually, it does reveal 2 encounters at the start of the map. Whatever, we're giving them it. Surrender the equipment to the gnomes. Satisfied, they offer payment. So we get 10 life, which is the same as 2 food, but we don't need the life right now, so we're going to take the food. 5 max. Wait, was that 10 max life or 10 current life? I don't know. Whatever. I may have messed up and didn't realize it was max life, but regardless, it doesn't really matter that much. Mage hunting. Same as before, except with a musket of steel instead of the other guys. The regular troops. I can't remember what they're called. The ones with the sword and board. Not the pointy stick and board. That's a different troop. I'll leave Kolbjorn to his devices over there. He should be okay. That was rather violent. Good God, what's wrong with this guy? He was just standing there for a while. I don't want to fight you, I want to fight this dude. Ow, god dang it. That caused me to lose my special too, right before I was about to use it. That just makes me sad more than anything. Hey guys, how's it going? There's another, there he is. I was gonna say another musketeer somewhere. But we have discovered him. I wanna fight you. There we go. Excuse me. I was using my special. I wasn't just standing there like an idiot. I was trying to use my special. 5 seconds. 3 seconds. No, he's the only one left and he was so close to dead. It's because I messed up the special a couple times probably. I'm mad. You gain 2 fame, draws 2 closer. I'm mad. They're so close though, they're so close now because they screwed it up. Ah, this is pretty good. Oh wait, it did use my card, didn't it? I don't know, whatever. Is this it? No, it didn't use my card. I'm an idiot, hell's a Gilwin. Well, again, better than a huge failure, so whatever. Fortunately, we have to spend days to make our way up these dark alleys.
The game often offers you a choice. Sometimes they are both poor choices, however.
While roaming the dark alleyways of the capital, you see a suspicious group traveling in your direction. Okay, so the Blight, quite a few of them actually. They are dragging a locked chest behind them, its contents unknown. In another direction, you spy an item glinting in the moonlight. Cry of victory. However, you notice a number of shadowy forms lurking in the alley nearby. I'm gonna move towards the visible enemies with the locked chest. You approach the men with the chest. They drop their cargo and draw their blades, saying, "Slanas had no witnesses." That's how they talk, by the way. I mean, I suspect they'd have like a really awful voice considering they're corrupted, but hey. Details schmeetails. Look at them all lined up over there. Are those the dudes we have to beat? The rot grants power before it grants release. Muscle replaced with darkness. Organs pumping black bile through shattered veins. Infected enemies are feeble, causing them to become knocked down when health is low. Inflicted, sorry. Oh, it does say infected, whatever. Use a finisher before they recover. If you insist. Let's just swing, wow, swing wildly into the pile here. I wish it could cleave. But unfortunately, weapons can only hit one target. Stop messing around with that one. God dang it. There we go. Trying to kill him and dudes over here like, hey, look at, oh, god dang it. Hey, look at me. I throw dudes over my shoulder. Apparently Coldbjorn's been taking quite a beating. It's because he doesn't attack very much, he just kind of stands there until he gets hit to death, basically. We're slowly whittling him down. I forgot how much health these guys have. Alright, one left. There we go. We should be close to getting that token if we don't have it already, actually. Haven't checked in a while, but I'm pretty sure we've used enough specials to trigger it. Anyway, the custodians defeated, you break open the locked chest. We get 20 gold, which we will take. You notice a secret compartment in the bottom of the chest. So dice roll, a 10, that's pretty low. He says getting a 5. Alright, game. 9, that's better. We'll take Coldbjorn's dice because we literally roll anything and we get whatever's here. Roll a 6 again. Coldbjorn's cheating. Coldbjorn. You find some equipment hidden in the secret compartment. We get the Ring of Light.
Is truth really so glowing, do you think? You have much to learn.
As my hip cracks. We get Blizzard, which is good because it pushes the Empire away. Probably will fail this miserably. Because it went underneath, and the one underneath is basically impossible to find. Oh, that was the same failure, I think. Whatever. Hate you too, game. The Hidden Mages. Stumble across another group of exiled mages. After some insistence, they lower their guard. Ask about the Hermit. Apparently I shouldn't have spent 4 days getting food, as it turns out. Yes, the Hermit is that way. He doesn't often take visitors. I've never seen him anyway. Ask about Sharptooth. Horrible little imp. Yeah, same as before. Mages point you vaguely in the Hermit's direction. We don't have a whole lot of time. Stay fast to the path of bluebells. If you're at the Great Lake, you have gone too far. Oh, this is a big map too. This is probably not actually going to end well. It seems there's only one completion for this as well. This card provides the best results when surrounding encounters are already revealed. Oh, dear God. Dangerous wilds, we don't want that. I can't follow that. Hey, we got it though. The wilds are welcoming, their bounty plentiful. So 20 health, we will obviously take that. We don't really need all of it, but it's better than 2 food anyway. Blizzard, this is good. The more blizzards we hit, the better. I lost it already. Redraw. Nope, god dang it. I knew it was gonna be the second one right when I picked it. Mage hunting. Hopefully we don't fail this time again. Sometimes I hit the button to use my special, but it doesn't seem like it will register if you're doing something else. So sometimes I end up not actually doing anything when I thought I started the animation for it. Then I just look like an idiot and stand there and get hit. Alright. Let's focus getting these musketeers down quickly. Mostly just because they're weak and easy to deal with. I can just bash them until they fall over. Like so. And now we only need to deal with these guys, which are annoying to deal with because of the whole blocking thing. I already countered your block. You see what I mean? I spend too much time blocking them. Probably should be hitting that one over there. That was stunned. I was not, though. Gotta do it a second. I gotta do it a third time because none. Oh, there we go. 15 seconds. Can we defeat him? He's blocking again. They'll just kill him with block breakers, I guess. Was it Smash? I don't remember what it's actually called. I really hate fighting Empire people, though. Anyway. Warrior's Axe. There we go. There's our token. So we can change our equipment now. You gain 4 fame, we get equipment. Sure, we may as well see what it is. Billy clubs.
Matched blades built to enforce justice.
I wouldn't call those blades, but sure. 15 life, better than 2 food, even though it equals out, but reveal 3 encounters we will definitely take, obviously. Mage hunting, winter trail, Sharptooth. We're gonna have to do Sharptooth probably. We haven't explored much, so this is actually beneficial anyway. Let's grab Dark Thirst. And I don't think there's any other equipment we can wear, so. Hello, Sharptooth. As you march through the frozen brambles, you realize with a start that a familiar blue imp is walking alongside you. You yell in surprise and draw your weapon. Undeterred, Sharptooth merely grins. I will move the forest around. Say yes. because we need the time, and we haven't explored much, so. Nothing of extreme value was revealed to us here. Seemingly content, Sharptooth simply fades from view. The old maiden. Let us ask for supplies so that we may get a little bit more food to sustain us. This is definitely a, oh damn it. Definitely a map where Man of the World would be amazing to have. The Hermit, we did it.
Although this entire meeting was ordained. You would not be here if you had not once been there.
Excuse me. There is no reason to continue exploring except for maybe to get tokens from cards, but considering we only have 9 days, we're going to go ahead and approach the tent. So here, where the fog hangs heaviest, you spy a lone tent surrounded by a thick blanket of snow. You enter the tent. On the floor, a small copper bowl burns with a warming blue flame, not light. The tent is otherwise unadorned and unfurnished. An old man sits cross-legged in the middle of the space, the Hermit. He is small, very small. Colorful cloth and thick swaths of moss have been draped over his shoulders, swamping the Hermit's delicate frame. He is pale and sickly, his skin stretched tight over his gaunt face. His eyes are closed and he doesn't appear to be breathing. Kolbjorn bows his head, pressing his hand to his forehead in respect. He's not dead, you turn to see, oh, there's a woman. I don't have a woman voice. I need, like, someone do voice acting for women for me. He's not dead, you turn to see a young woman dressed in scholar's robes, standing at the entrance of the tent. Not yet, anyway. He uses all his energy to preserve the forest. It's killing him. The Hermit does not move, yet his voice rings out around you. All of these cards have already been played. I have a role yet to fulfill. I do not die today. The woman looks sadly at the Hermit. Ask how the Hermit eats. Ask her what protects the Hermit. I keep out the bears and wolves well enough. Ask how the Hermit eats. He draws his power from the earth, but even that cannot sustain him enough for this. So the Empire are coming. The woman nods. It was only a matter of time before they found us. The Hermit sits deathly still, surrounded by his winter forest. 5 days for one equipment gain? I wish I had one extra day. If we hadn't found that forest right there, we could have got a mage ally. But we'll spend the time for an equipment, why not? The woman points in the direction of a long-forgotten battleground. You spend days digging in the snow for something of worth.
A foolish trinket, created by an idle priest. Still, it works.
So this should trigger, yeah, because we have a single blessing and no curses. So we may as well wait until the Empire arrives. You set up in front of the Hermit's tent and wait. We have to actually wait for every day, okay. A general of steel, some musket of steel, and 3 of steel. I don't know if it's phalanx or something else. General Willem arrives with his mage hunters on the morning of the 4th of 3rd summer. He sees you and smiles without a hint of surprise. Ah, it's the meddling civilian. You steel your nerves and draw your weapon. I believe an additional mage ally would probably be beneficial for protecting our hermit friend here. Because I believe we are going to have to protect him in this fight. Okay, dude. The general has seen black and forbidden things. The mage hunters who accompany him have even now begun to suspect him of heresy. Generals call forth a hail of arrows when they sound their horns. Use evade to make yourself scarce. Oh, jeez. Leave or die. Okay. Try and protect him. As best we can, anyway, here. Can't really help him with that. He appears to have a lot of health, though, so... Nope, I tried to block that and I messed it up. That was my bad. Yeah, he should be fine. He appears to have like 8 trillion health, so I think that may have been overkill, but hey, he's not actually dead yet, but that's okay. Now he is. Apparently our Hermit mage, it's not actually the Hermit, our mage friend here can easily handle himself, as it turns out. In fact, he probably could have maybe soloed this. Coldbjorn? Coldbjorn? You alright, buddy? I don't think he's okay. I'm fairly certain he's not alright, but, you know, we'll just leave him to his devices over there. He'll figure it out. He's a smart cookie. There we go. His platoon dead at his feet and his plumbed helmet splattered with blood, the wounded general grips his sword in defiance. So we can kill the general ourselves or let the mage woman decide. I feel like we should let her decide, so let's do it. As you lower your weapon, General Willem shuts his eyes with a relief. The woman's face twists with rage and her hands glow with dark energy. That doesn't make any sense. If you will not finish him, I will. Hold, valet. You turn to see the hermit standing in the door of his tent. We can afford to be merciful. Our roles here are determined, and we must act upon them. He stares deep into your eyes. We have more business, you and I, but that comes later. Go forth and meet the fates. The woman lowers her hands and stares at you defiantly. Now we can be safe, even if just for a moment. That seemed to be the correct choice.
Success,
but I'm not sure if it
the
matters.
secrets of the Hermit are unfolded to you.
So for protecting the Hermit from the Empire's purge, we get Mage's Workshop, Helpful Priest, Holy Relic, the Healer, Imperial Armor, Will of the Emperor, that's the probably what he was using that summons the arrows. Scorched Blade, which looks really cool. Golden Shield, which also looks pretty cool. For braving the Winter Forest, your supplies have been added to. Fate's Path, I don't know what that does. Oh, this is the Thief thing. So we get Caravan Robbery, which is probably the same thing, but with a different card. And then for the weapon, we get the Chieftain's Axe. Sounds fancy. These videos are all apparently going to be rather long, as it turns out.
I can no longer go easy on you. The usurper will not do so, and I must test you sorely before you arrive at his gates.
So I suspected correctly, there is indeed more of the map revealed. So we're gonna do what we normally do. We're in the comments. You will tell me what I will do next. Again, technically doesn't really matter. We will do all of them eventually, but it's an order of operations sort of thing. So whatever you guys want to see first. So we have Temperance, Death, which sounds awful. All of these sound awful. The Hanged Man, Justice, the Wheel, Strength, and the Chariot for your choices. So leave a comment, tell me what you guys want. I have a sneaking suspicion there's probably going to be a lot of people saying Death. But anyway, thanks for watching. See you guys next time.